Cabo was not your event, but you spoke, and it was the first time we heard you speak. And we're getting transparent and raw and real here. I was in tears in the crowd listening to your story. I had no idea what you had been through earlier with, of course, the accident and your comeback. And it literally is giving me chills right now thinking about. I did not know that you had gone through, a major accident. You were in the hospital, injured, with burns and I mean, we're not talking about a little accident. I mean, this is life changing. And how much would you say that that negative, awful thing that no one would want to ever go through has impacted who Spring is today?
Yeah.
Was before and after. Have you thought a lot about that?
Yeah, of course I thought about it. I mean, I was young, I was 20. And so I think like being young and being 20 was part of like not understanding the full scope of what it really was. Now, if I was in my 40s, it would be a completely different thing, right? I shared on stage that when I almost passed away, I had my roommate in the burn unit. All those sirens and lights were going off because she did pass away. And I was so drugged, and I just remember like, what the heck is going on? And when they all came rushing in, I'm like, am I dying? And the doctor was like, no, you got to choose. Like, and I just remember like a light bulb literally was like, oh, this is a choice. Like everything's a choice. And he's like, you get to choose if you live or die. And I'm like, I just remember thinking like, I haven't seen How I Marry. And at the time I was super in love. Like I was there on that boat with my boyfriend. Right. And I was like, I haven't seen my children. I'm like, oh, I'm going to choose. And that week it just started like turning, like the mental component of it started like shifting everything for me. And so, yes, in the context of I have always taken from that moment, like everything is a choice. Like I don't get to choose what happens to me, but I do get to choose how I respond to it. And that's something that I teach. Like we don't control the real estate market. We don't control what's happening in Iran. We don't control any of that, but we can control how we respond to it. Right. And so that's been a massive game changer for me, in everything. I would say though, to be very candid of like my actual growth really has happened in the last 5 years. And it's when I went to a training, and I won't get too far into it, but it's when I understood, it was actually with William Lamb, who just got his license to join me at EXP. It's why the community I started is called Upgrade. His program is called Upgrade, and it's about upgrading your mind. And when I understood that like the human brain controls everything for you, and the way that I like to articulate it is most of us are running off of really shitty old programming. So think about it this way, like your computer, like most of us are running off of Microsoft DOS. Like it's old stuff that doesn't serve you anymore. And when you can realize that you can upgrade to the new iOS and how to do that with removing the trash and the old beliefs, like it changes everything. And so in 2020, I went into a 14-day immersion course and started understanding like, holy crap, like this is how this works. It's not the woo-woo manifesting stuff. It is like full on like how to remove all this stuff. It shifted. And a year later, my whole world like started down this path. And it started off into a massive personal development space from I've done it all at this point. So when you're talking about vibrations, I am like the ooey gooey, like mindset, all of that stuff, because it's truly like, I'm a believer you can truly create anything you want, but it really started about 5 years ago.